son. Now, this is an interesting one. Black parents, white baby, it simply says. And it's an exclusive on a black couple who have given birth to a white girl. Wow. Right.
Imagine the shock.
Imagine the explanation you'd have to be given.
Imagine the explanation.
Ben and Angela, how do you feel about little Machi?
We feel excited having new baby, and at the same time a bit kind of having nothing much to say. I mean, knowing not what to say from what comes out of the birth.
What do you think, Angela? First time you see Machi?
Well, first time I saw the baby, I'm happy to have a baby. At the same time, I was surprised to see the blonde hair. Even when I was in my room, where they came to me, some people that saw me there and saw the baby say, it was a strange and a surprise that, did I marry a white? Is my husband a white man? I said, no. How come? I said, I don't know. This is just the way I saw the baby. So.
And you, Ben, when you first saw Machi, what did you think?
Well, it was almost the same, like she was being surprised and at the same time happy to have a new baby, but it was still confusing that we have a blonde, you know, in a complete black family. But I had to ask questions because I never knew actually what it is about, and I'm sure personally that it's my kid.
You're never in doubt.
I'm sure it's my kid, but I don't know why she's blonde. But
you said that they first thought it was for albinism.
Yeah, the nurse thought it was. I mean, she was albino. But when they checked the eyes, they said the eyes are clear. That is not albino.
But now that the doctors are saying she's not albino, but what are they telling you now?
So, but the midwife that came today, this morning, she was saying that it might be generation past. Past, you know, that maybe from where the child was, you know, originated from, the blonde hair.
But then in that case, if it's such generations past. Does it mean that there were two whites or mixed race? And if there's a mixed race, it won't come blonde. Actually, normally I've not seen that.
Is there any white? Do you know of any white relatives on either side of your family?
I don't know of white originated relative, but I know that my mom is fair in complexion.
Just only the mom.
But she's an Igbo from Nigeria.
But she's still black.
She's black.
Yeah, she's black. Just the color.
And have you've seen albinos in Nigeria? And do they look like?
No. This one is different from the real people we call that's albino. The eyes always they blink their eye, and even the head, they shade their head. You know, so they can't even see very well. But they say the eyes of my baby is okay, clear. So it's different from what we judge as albino in our own back home.
And the name Machi, explain.
Machi is the beauty of God.
Yeah, that's as the name implies. That's it. We think it's a thing of beauty, nothing else. Yeah. And the name just came looking at her. We didn't just decide that we will call her this before she came out. But we thought that's what her name should be. We just agreed on it. So that's how she.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, welcome. Yeah.
The reason for skin and eye colour is all down to one thing and one thing alone, which is the pigment called melanin. And there are about 12 genes that control the amount and the way melanin is laid down in skin and eyes. And there's usually a difference between African and European, let's say, versions of this gene. But if there's, we're all of us genetic mixtures to some extent, so occasionally you'll have the convergence of, if you like, the pale versions of these genes in African Americans, African Caribbeans that have got a mixed black and white ancestry, or black and white people among their ancestors, and that will occasionally come together. But that doesn't seem to be the case here, because from what I read and from what I've heard, that the parents are Nigerians with little known white ancestry at all. So that makes it unusual, and there may be, of course you can't say without looking into it further if one wanted to, but there may be an unusual mutation happening in the little girl, but isn't she beautiful?